my name is Ashley Femright and I am a student here at Grand Canyon University. This is a video response for EDU 528 with Dr. Jeremy Smith. It is titled Rights and Responsibilities. First question, what is meant by the term legal status of students, and what are students' broad rights while attending a higher education institution? Under the federal Constitution and many state laws, students are considered as adults and therefore have the same enforceable rights and expected responsibilities as any adult would as soon as they attend university or college. Before the Dixon versus Alabama State Board of Education case of 1961, schools actually held the same power over students as parents held over minors. So this was a huge deal and gave much more freedom, but also expectations to university and college students. What are contractual rights of students? So it says it in the name. Contractual rights have to do with contractual relationships built between individuals, students, and the institution. So these include housing contracts, food and service contracts, loan agreements, lease agreements. All these are very important written contracts, which should be accurate, up to date, because they can be used in legal disputes. What defines the legal relationship that students have with other students and with administration? So these include external laws, which are tort and criminal law imposed on all individual relationships with other individuals, and internal laws found within rules of student conduct, housing, and student organizations. At times, the institution may be brought into student-student disputes because they've instilled and enforced these laws and rules set upon the students. So they're tied to the occurrence in some way. So at times, the institution is found liable. What responsibilities do student affairs professionals have when working with student files and records? So this is a really big one. Students, including myself, bring all their private information in to student affairs professionals, and it is our duty to make sure that it's private, protected, and accurate, up to date. So we are a big help with that. And tying into that question, 3 student-focused regulations that govern the responsibilities of student affairs departments. So these responsibilities and regulations include FERPA, HIPAA, and Title IX, just to name a few. FERPA states that the student has rights to all their personal information, so they're able to allow certain people to see it and certain people not to. So students have their sole right to all their records. It is our duty to make sure that if someone comes in asking for those, that we take the necessary steps to make sure that they are on that list that is approved by the student. And if they're not, we keep it private. Simple as that. HIPAA is similar, but it includes the health information of a student. It is our duty to safeguard all this private information as well, and it's a promise to them. Title IX, this is a huge one, preventing any sort of sexual discrimination and harassment on campus, and this is probably something that's occurring a lot more due to students, humans coming out as transgender or a part of the LGBTQ+ community. So this is something that I personally will be involved with in my school because it just causes a lot of stress and unnecessary occurrences that can happen on a campus when students should just be focusing on being students. And that concludes the video response. So thank you for joining.